Hello, welcome to, it's like mini lift, okay? It's lift progressions. I'm gonna take you through a progressive dynamic lifting set, okay? So dynamic means there's power and there's some oomph behind it. There's some grit here today, okay? And I know that the first move that we're doing, we have done, and you guys loved it. So we're gonna start with the move number one, and I'm gonna progress it. We're gonna go through each exercise for 40 seconds and we'll transition for 20. We're gonna do one side and then the other, okay? So we're gonna progress on the right side first, and then we'll progress on the left side. So we're gonna do everything on the right, and then we'll go switch and do everything on the left, okay? This is a quick mini workout, so we're gonna go through everything once. If you'd like to repeat this, just replay it or just keep repeating it, the progression on your own. You can set your own timer. We're doing 40-20, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest for set one. If you want to continue and do more of this, you can decrease the time range. You can go 40-20 with me, and then you can set your own clock and do 30-15, and then do it again, 20-10. You guys can just break up the clock the way you want to, okay? So what you'll need is a set of weights. I just have one dumbbell from each set, okay? So what I took is I have a 15 and I have a 17 and a half. I know that I can do that, so where I want you to start is maybe with like an 8 or 10, and then if you're like, that's so light for you and not challenging enough, then increase it as you go along here, okay? So the only thing is you are gonna start to fatigue through your shoulders and your legs, so you might be fine with sticking with an 8 and 10 through the whole workout. You can repeat this anytime, play your own music, grab a sweat towel if you need it, and water. I'm gonna set a timer and we're gonna go through move 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll switch and do the other side. It is a progression. We're gonna add on each movement. What you need to know is if you're not warmed up and you need to warm up, do something to warm yourself up right now, because I'm going right into it. We're not gonna do a warm up, but this is supposed to be quick, so I'm gonna start my timer. We're gonna start with your weight in your right hand, and we're going to squat, pull. It's an upright row. We call this a high pull in class. What I sometimes do, and you're okay to do this, a wide stance, weight comes down. As you pull, you can lift your heels if it's natural for you. And you don't have to if you don't want to. But what I need you to really do is go from the ground up, okay? That's very important. All right, so ready, set. Weight in your right hand, toes forward, wide stance. You're gonna squat, row, squat, row. Elbow draws upwards, and your weight stops about midline of your chest. Your toes are forward. If they kind of slant out a little bit, that's okay. Push through the legs, let the arm follow. All right, so high pull, squat, high pull. Take your time. Now some of you are gonna tap the ground and come all the way up. Tap the ground, and some of you are just gonna float it and pull. Last one here, rest. Heart rate should be up already. We're gonna do the same thing again. You can either go all the way to the ground and up, or you can float it just above the ground. Get low on your squat. This time it's a row, to rack. Row to rack. So my arm comes upright row, and I tuck that elbow down and rack the weight. Ready, set. Row, rack. Same thing you just did. We're just lowering that elbow from high to rib cage. So practice this. This is why it's a progression. It's because we want to go from that high pull to a rack. We're progressing it. Because we're going to add on. Power through those legs. Row, rack. Row, rack. Your momentum should get the weight up there, so all you have to do is lower your elbow. It shouldn't be bothering your shoulder or hurting anything. You can go ahead and stop on that upper body. It should feel really smooth, really good. If you need to watch it again, go back, replay it and watch it again until you get it. Protect your back, push through your legs. Now, we're adding on. It's a row, rack, squat, shoulder press. Come back down. Ready, set. Row, rack, squat, press. My legs are powering the movement. So this is another one of those, as you From your squat, you might want to come up to those toes, push through the heels. Squat, row, rack, squat, press. All right? Squat, row, rack, press. You can make it smooth and go all at once, or you can stop it here, squat, and press. That's up to you, okay? If you get it really well, and you're like, my body just moves this way, and you've done it before, come to the rack, squat, press, make it one smooth movement. Adding on, this is an option if you want, otherwise do what we just did. If you're not comfortable with anything so far, don't do it. All right, adding on. Row, rack, squat, press, and split stance, okay? So my opposite leg comes forward. Row, rack, squat, press. Stand back up, pull that weight down, okay? Row, rack, squat, split stance. Step together. Row, rack, squat, split stance. Cool, right? It doesn't take much to get the heart rate up when you're using your legs and pushing the weight overhead. Guess what? Other side, okay? So breathe, pause me if you need to, breathe. Otherwise, I'm going right into it, fresh. On the other side, squat, high pull. Breathe. This is awesome, right? Powerlifting, dynamics, right here. Ready, set, squat, and just row. So you're gonna have to stop yourself from doing the rest of that stuff. Chest is lifted, okay? Come down, power through the legs, and pull. This is like pull, we'll add in a press. Right now, just pull. Power through the legs. I'm gonna keep saying that. Squeeze the butt. It's more legs than it's shoulders or arms right here, okay? That's why I can use a heavier weight. All right, I said toes forward, mine slightly turn out, go ahead and pause. And that's okay, whatever's natural for you. I just don't want you totally turned out. I'd like you to be trying to get those toes a little bit more forward. Now we go squat, pull. Let that elbow come into the rib cage. Squat, pull. Gracefully land it. Don't land it on your shoulder. Gracefully squat, chest up. Push through the legs. Row and rotate. Draw your shoulder blade towards your midline of your spine. Elbow tucks down to the rib cage. Okay, let me just go side profile here. Squat, row, rack. Squat, row, rack. Now this is my shoulder that likes to yell at me. So I'm going to be extra careful. You'll see I've slowed down my reps, and that's okay. And I'm really using my legs, okay? Shake that out. Row, rack, squat, press. Progressing. If you need to work on move 1 or move 2, stay there, okay? Are you having fun? I love this. This is great stuff to me. I really enjoy it, and I'm assuming many of you will too. Squat, row, rack, squat, press. Squat, row, rack, squat, press. So I'm going to show you now too how I kind of fly off the ground a little bit. That's how powerful my legs are working, right? Again, you can press heavy weight when you do this because you're powering through your legs. So I have a 17 and a half. I definitely do this with a 20, and I'm working on doing this with a 25. I've done it, it just depends for how long. Okay? And how the shoulder's feeling each day. And so know that. Sometimes your body's gonna be like, not today. Then lighten up your weight, okay? And I know some of you have imbalances where one side can do a heavier one and the other one can't. Try to stick to the same weight, which means you might have to decrease for the stronger shoulder, okay? All right, split stance. So it's opposite leg, opposite arm. Squat, row, rack. Squat, press, split. Step together, lower that weight. Strong core right here. Squat, split. So strong core because you've got that weight overhead and you have to lower it still while moving those legs. Step it together, okay? When I split stance, both legs move. My back leg is straight. Some of you are gonna wanna bend that back leg. Oh my gosh, we're done. That's it. Lower body, core, shoulders, arms back. We worked it all. And it was mini. That's just one progressive set. I have several others to introduce to you at some point. So that was a squat, don't worry about the bell. Squat, high pull, rack, squat, press, or squat split, okay? If you enjoy it, keep going. Keep yourself safe, keep your core tight, protect your back, okay? And take it move by move, piece by piece. Slow down your pace, and once you've got it, roll with it, pick up that pace, and you can time out your sets. Maybe you want to time out reps. Maybe you're gonna do a ladder down where you're like, I'm gonna do 10 reps, and then I'm gonna do 9, or if you wanna go 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, because it's gonna add up really quick, okay? So lots of ways to play around with this. Awesome job. There'll be more to come, just wait. Bye guys, have a good day. Stretching. Down.